EA Sports and the R&A are proud to present opening round coverage of the Open Championship.
Oh, it's perfect. That is a huge opening tee shot.
Frank, on the second shot here at this first hole, a player will get a good sense of the winds here and how they can play a role at the old course.
And they'll also get a good sense of exactly how punishing this golf course can be, and with such the smallest things. For example, that burn is only about 3 or 4 yards across, and yet it is punishing, to say the least.
Don't leave it short. Wow. Clean this up with a tap. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with a prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, but the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Getting set now over the putt. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. On the tee box here at the third now. Frank, all these holes look relatively straightforward. Can a golfer get lured in kind of a false sense of security off the tee here at the old course?
Well, you can. This hole, the third hole, even shorter than the second, so reachable. But a lot of people tend to bail out towards the left. That's the middle of the golf course. And that leaves you a devilish little pitch or short wedge across that big gaping bunker that protects both the third and the 15th green. So once again, want to drive the ball down the right side, but there's a series of pot bunkers there.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. 1 on the board and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that. But really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Good tee shot right in the short grass. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Really. This is that awkward length.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
A lot of great golf early on. Let's get you out to the action at the 5th. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Eyeing this putt for a birdie.
All things pointed to a good week. Birdie there, very important right now.
Playing some good golf. Moving on to the par 4 6th hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot. 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. That's a sensible approach shot right there. In good position on the green. 18-footer. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. And with that birdie, moves to 3rd place. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green. Often you see long, long birdie putts here.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie now in 2nd.
And Frank, the Open Championship coming back to the home of golf this summer.
Yeah, and remember, too, the last time it was here, Louis Oosthuizen at the 9th hole, he had no problem driving this par 4. So let's see if you can do the same. If you can carry that last bunker down there, there's every chance that your tee shot can run onto this very flat green.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Now playing the 2nd here at the par 4. Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Almost. Wow.
Now putt for par.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
So we're getting set now for the second 9 here at the old course at St. Andrews. And Frank, a chance to get off to a good start here with the short par 4 10th?
Yeah, it's a very subtle hole. It just looks straight ahead in front of you, but there is gorse down the left if you stray, especially into a head breeze. But really, it's drivable for most of the players. Just got to worry about those 2 bunkers. There's sort of short right of the green. You finish up there, then this hole becomes a little more difficult.
He was fooled a little bit on that one, Frank. How about 7 under par now? Frank, number 11, the Eden, is really one of the more fascinating holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the 2 bunkers that the players normally worry about, Strath bunker in the front and the Hill bunker to the left. What makes those 2 bunkers so difficult is the steepness of the faces in them.
Frank, how did he do there?
Well, he's inside 30 feet, but 27 feet, it's not exactly what you'd call close.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. And getting ready for the putt. No damage done. Made the par. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right, and also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. The second shot now to the par 4. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. These putts keep the round together. That was a nice birdie, and no doubt he's feeling pretty good about his position on this leaderboard.
A series of good holes in a row has got him to this point.
Here at the par 4 13th hole at the old course, Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of the screen.
Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Good looking shot right here. And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, you can actually play this 14th hole by taking a detour to another hole on the front side. Explain.
Yeah, that's the 4th hole. The 4th hole is adjacent to the 14th, and if you're in a little bit of trouble off the tee, there's nothing wrong with playing the 14th as a zigzag style par 5. So that means the drive, if it doesn't go down the right, you go further left and then back to the green. But it's a safer way, but a much longer option.
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle. Good lie in the fairway. Good chance to make something happen here. What makes the old course at St. Andrews so memorable is not just the round of golf, but it's the setting. It's the old town. It's people watching from the windows nearby. All of that makes it really a good experience. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Really starting to shine. Moves to 10 under for the tournament. Time to tee it up here at the 15th as we begin the closing stretch here at the Open Championship of the old course at St. Andrews.
There's a big steeple in the distance, so even when it starts to fog in a bit, if you can keep your eye on that, that's a good line off the tee. And you've got to keep it, your tee shot just short of this sort of heather, big crop of heather down the left side. It still leaves you a lengthy second shot, but really that's the safest way to try and play this par 4, 15th. Very good par 4.
Now ready for the explosion shot. And that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
No snap, right?
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
It's time to forget that one. I mean, you couldn't hit that much better.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey.
In this situation, Richard, bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Frank, the 16th hole, there was a time in my life when I was in 4th grade, I would have really enjoyed hitting the principal's nose. But that's not a good thing here?
Well, I'd like to think you graduated past 4th grade, but and if you did, then you'd be very aware of the principal's nose. You'd hit it left, it'd be a little longer into your second shot. Does it come down yet? Not only is it straight, it's mega long.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot and then easy birdie.
Well, there's impressive, and then there's mind-boggling. We're at mind-boggling now. 10 under par. Frank, the 17th hole, you can get room service along the way here?
You can. If you flare one right there, you'll also pay a penalty for out of bounds. And so that hamburger better taste good. Better be worth it. A little left of that, a little left of the out of bounds, and you're left with a second shot. It's fairly daunting because you have the road hole bunker to avoid and the road behind the green. Hence the name.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. How does that stay out?
I have no earthly idea. Let's call that. Hole's round. Ball's need to go in.
Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. Frank, you stand on the tee here at 18, and history is staring you right in the face.
Yeah, you have the Rusak's Hotel on the right, the Dumwagen over the back, the R&A building. Just standing there, you're reminded of how far this great game has come, and all these hundreds of years, I guess, in the future, and where will the game be then?
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one. Ready for a second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.